So today is December the 21st. It's Wednesday. I'm still losing 1 pound a day. Probably shouldn't weigh every day, but I do, and it is what it is. I will tell you this, that I have crazy cravings. I am craving something salty, something crispy, crunchy, nice and sour. Cheese. So I went grocery shopping yesterday and I bought 2 different kinds of cheese that I never bought before, like really cool cheeses. One of them is delicious, like really aged and whatnot. The other one turned out to be brie or brie, whatever, B-R-I-E. And today I went to buy the rest of the stuff that I needed for my grocery list. And I may have bought about 3 different kinds of cheeses. But this time, like cottage cheese and some kind of like feta cheese and whatever, like totally different versions. These whole food olives are sitting in the fridge. I was like, oh my god, right up my alley with my cravings. Nice and soury and salty. I snuck one in my mouth because the other day I made hash brown. Oh no, yeah, hash brown. It's potatoes, right? Yeah, for my husband for breakfast. And it's one of the days I'm having all these cravings. Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, and I'm frying and the smell, I spice it up and everything. So I take one, another one, maybe 4, maximum 5 tiny ones over the whole time as I was preparing breakfast. I didn't die, so I decided to scan that and log that as a share of my food, because they say if you bite it, write it down, otherwise you're cheating. It was a rose thing just fell off my flowers. There are my flowers. So, and they're trying to force me to eat zucchini bread. Zucchini bread is healthy. Husband's like, don't you dare. And he knows me and bread. I haven't craved bread though since, thankfully. So I was like, no, have some. What's wrong with you? You don't want to drink. You don't want to this. I said, but I had your soup. So I took the bread and I was like, I tasted it with the tip of my tongue. It was so sweet, like I need one more sweet thing in my life. Come on. So I snuck it in my pocket and I threw it out when we left. And on our way home, my husband noticed that In-N-Out was open. So we found another one that was closer to the house, and he asked me, do you mind? And there's nothing worse than having fast food in your car when it's cold outside, so you can't open the windows. You're in the car, you're dying, your stomach's like, and someone else is gonna eat those things. And fries is like my thing. So I said, no, of course not. Go ahead. What are you gonna say? I feel like if somebody is supporting you, to all the people out there in the world who think that, or who believe that, they're being supportive, actions speak louder than words. You can tell the people in your life that you're being supportive of them until you're blue in the face, they're blue in the face, and I'm blue in the face. But until you actually show with your actions how supportive you are, by not buying food and eating it in the car in front of them, I'm sorry, my friend. You may not be as supportive as you think you are. I'm sorry. So this is a very interesting angle. So he bought In-N-Out and put it in the car, and he said, can you hold this for me? Because it's not enough that it's not going to be in the car. I've got to hold it and just be like. I was like, how far is the house? The house is like 10-15 minutes from where we were. So it was an interesting drive home. He ended up putting it in the bag. I said, do not put that on first of all, my designer bag that is new. Secondly, on my bag, because when it's no longer there and the smell's still there, it's gonna linger on and haunt me. I don't need this. What do I do to deserve this? We got home and I went to sleep, and he tries when he has stuff like that not to eat it in my presence. So let me go to the bedroom, close the door, and then eat it in the dining room. Before I know it, it's done. Sometimes if he gets up earlier than me, he will make breakfast, fry, do whatever he wants to do, eat it quickly. By the time I wake up, he will say, "No, I already ate." And he says, "I didn't want you, to tempt you." So that's nice. So I try to make those hash brown for myself. I was like, I'll have one serving, 140 calories and 20 grams of fat. I can't remember how many grams of fat. 2/3 of a cup, according to the serving thing. And I fried them with the spray oil. It's outside. It's my brother-in-law. He works with my husband, so I'm probably here to get tools and stuff. And then I went and found these. The spice on this has been haunting me, because that's what I'm craving. And not half of it, it's like maybe a third. 1, 2, 3, yeah, a third of it is gone. And this is what I did with it. My mouth waters just thinking about it. Unfortunately, they did it perfectly. They just drizzled it over. Don't try this at home. I don't even understand. It just makes my heart so happy. Throw it away. There's so many in the trash can. I'm fine now because I already had so many. But that's what I did. Sometimes I would even chew it just so I can get there, and then just spit it out. It's bad, but that's what's going on over here. So, I won't have those cravings anymore now because all the chips, and if I lived by myself, because my mind was like this, I would have taken all the crunchy things and opened them, emptied them into a trash can, thrown them away. That's what I would have done. This one time when I was really good with my diet, that's what I used to do. Just buy bread because I was craving it and eat only the crust all around it, and then take the inside before I find myself eating it. And I used to weigh my food then. So I'd take all the crust, weigh it, and those would be my carbs for the day. And then take the inside, put it in the toilet until it's soaked, and flush it down the toilet. Saves you. So I'm just gonna seal this with a sealing thing so it stays fresh. Or not, but I'm gonna make sure that my husband eats that. Bye.